All right, hello, welcome in. My name is Kai. This is a collective reading, so if you are here, there is something here for you, but please remember to take what resonates and leave what does not. I encourage that you use your intuition while listening to this reading, but I also believe that if you are here, there's definitely something in this reading for you to hear. I am a spiritual guide and a creative guide as well. If you want to book a session with me, a one-on-one session with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining. This is going to be, like I said, a collective reading. And I pray that it finds whoever it's meant to. One moment. Whew. Oh, see? That's what happens. That's what happens when you have the tracker on. You forgot. You're not supposed to see my room. It's messy in here. I was doing laundry and I didn't put the laundry up. Everything in my messages are meant to be heard. So if you're hearing that, there's a reason you're hearing that. Like there's a reason I'm saying that. There's a reason that all of that happened, right? Maybe people seeing you too closely. Maybe that's making you uncomfortable at this time. People seeing like your dirty laundry, or for me, it's clean laundry. So there's nothing to be afraid of, right? Like everybody has laundry, but maybe you're just like, don't want to be seen and people are seeing you at this time. First card out, Six of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know if you're able to see that. My light is kind of bright. Yeah, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Oh. Okay, Spirit. Please give clarity. Gosh, thank you. Thank you. Spirit. Okay. Four of Cups. There's a lot coming out. So there's a lot coming out. So I'm just going to go and start with this. There's something to do with like coming out of your shell, or you learning how to be more open when it comes to your gifts, when it comes to the way you're building your life, and being more open to experience a life built through emotional vulnerability. With this Four of Cups here and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you're learning how to open up and share more of what you're building with others. Okay. So we have the Strength card. These all came out together. So I think also there's something about like a lot happening. There's a major shift, I believe, that's happening in your life right now. Okay. You might be feeling this and this pressure to like be different. Maybe you feel like you've had to be closed off for a long time. And so you're kind of like, why should I open up? Right. But Spirit is really opening you up to better connections, more aligned connections with the Strength card and the Two of Cups. So you're being encouraged to continue to open up, because as you do this, there is going to be um, energies that align with you, on the level that you're at now, where, okay, learning how to open up, share your world with people is how you're going to be able to let people in. And these people are going to help you see the world differently. They're going to help you to, with this Queen of Pentacles and the World in reverse. You're needing to kind of like learn how to cultivate what you have and own who you are, right? Like, and own your interests, own your worldview, own your desires, right? Like, you're kind of learning how to be more soft with yourself and soft with the world around you. It feels like there's definitely a softening happening with you. There's a softening, and there's something to do with like, especially with the Strength card being kind of in the middle. You might be doing this now, cultivating this ability to be okay with communing with others. Like being okay with being like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm about, and this is why. And partly that might have to do with like telling your life story, or being just, there's something to do about being okay with being vulnerable. Okay. Like I said in the beginning, when I showed y'all my dirty room, right? And I was like, sorry, you weren't supposed to see that. But I had the face tracking on. So there's something to do with like you being followed, not necessarily in a negative way, but it's like It's like you opened yourself up to being followed, or you opened yourself up to be viewed, and you're like camera shy now, you know? So you kind of have to accept what goes along with the choice that you made to live a life that involves others. And so you're having to just be able to like be okay with that and nurture yourself, right? Like through that process, nurturing yourself, because it does take a lot. It takes a lot to be seen. It takes a lot to be noticed. It takes a lot of energy for you to recognize that people are now paying you attention. They're giving you energy. They're wanting to come in and create this energy of like union. They're wanting to come in and create this energy of alignment for you in your life. And you're having to open up to that energy. And that takes a lot. And so I think you're being expanded at this time with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the World in reverse. You're having to like, and the way I'm reading this is like 1, 2, 3. This is the advice from Spirit. You're having to learn how to nurture instead of run away. You're having to learn how to open your eyes and look people in the eye instead of looking down. You're having to learn how to own your presence. Own the fact that people want to look at you. People want to know you. People want to be around you. People want to benefit off of you. And that's not always a bad thing. But it requires a lot of self-knowledge, and it requires a lot of self-protection. And this might be relevant because I was thinking about this today. This might be for the collective. I was thinking about how in order to be a queen, you have to, I lost it. Basically, you have to be able to maintain a sense of like taking care of yourself. Oh, that's what it was. Some of it has to do with isolation, but basically when you know yourself in isolation, you know when someone else comes into your life, you know that they're the reason that something happened, right? Like let's say suddenly you feel happier, right? You know that that person is bringing you joy and happiness because you weren't feeling that way before. Or maybe they're bringing you, maybe you were okay before, but they bring even more joy and happiness, right? So you being more joyous, you can attribute that to their appearance in your life. Or the opposite could be happening where you feel drained and you feel, for some reason, you just feel like you feel insecure, or you know what I mean? Like you're rushing all the time now all of a sudden. You can attribute that to the person that came into your life or the job that came into your life, right? Or the whatever element just arrived. You can know that that's the reason you're now feeling like this because you know yourself in isolation, right? You're used to being with yourself and only yourself. So you know that suddenly there's a difference and it must be because of this, because nothing else has changed. So what I'm getting at is that I believe that this is a collective that may have experienced that, this sense of isolation, and understanding that like there's a power to that. That means in isolation, you develop a keen sense of awareness of the people around you, and you develop a sense of your intuition. You're very in touch with your intuition. The key is to remain in touch with your intuition while still remaining open to more. You're not the only one that can provide a sense of joy and stability for yourself. You're not the only one who can provide opportunities for you. You're entering a new chapter, a new world. Okay? So you don't have to be afraid of the same things you were threatened by before, because you're a new person, you're a different person, and you're learning how to see the world differently. You're learning that you've learned how to decipher what's right and what's wrong for you. And so you're learning how to take control of that narrative, be on top of that ability to notice when something is wrong and when something is right, and to own the fact that you're the reason, because you're deciding Okay, you can come through. No, not yet. Not for you. You can come through. That's fine for right now. We're gonna test that out, and then if it continues, we're gonna continue. But if not, no, no. That's the position that you're learning how to be comfortable in, right? It's not about closing yourself off to the entire world forever. It's about understanding that you now developed a power and an ability to decipher what can enter and what cannot, and what can kind of be in a probationary era where it's like, we'll give it 6 months. We're going to try it out for 6 months because I'm not really sure. But there's something to learn here. So I'm going to open myself up a little bit to it. We're going to learn. And if it's not right, we're going to get rid of it. And if it is right, we're going to keep it. Or we're going to keep some of it, some parts, and we're going to discard the other parts. This is the lesson at this time. Okay. I'm going to ask for clarity. Spirit is the source. Let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you. This is a very powerful, interesting message. Temperance, yeah. So now we have the Two of Cups out, and now we have the Temperance. There's something about emotional stability. There's something about that being the key in your current moment. And to understand that, like, whatever's coming your way, you can handle it because you have this ability, you've developed this ability to be calm within the chaos, or to create calm through the chaos, right? Sometimes you're attracting a lot of energy because you're so bright and attractive, and you've learned through that way of being how to be calm throughout the good and the bad, the alignment and the misalignment. And you're learning that the outside world is going to be the outside world. It's going to happen. Like, things are going to happen. People are going to come. Opportunities are going to come. Trials and tribulations are going to come. That's going to happen. But you're learning how to really hone in on your own energy and really hone in on how you're able to create a sense of calm in every situation. Doesn't matter the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the lefts and the rights. You're having to learn that you can trust yourself because you know how to alchemize. You know how to maintain a sense of stable waters. I'm feeling like drawn to this like water that just is so calm. You know how much power it takes to calm waters? And that's what emotions are. Emotions are just, you know what I mean? Like, they come in waves and then they go and then they just come and go. You know what to do when you're too excited. You know what to do when you're too sad, when you're too depressed, when you're too down, when you're too emotional, when you're too, you know what to do. You've developed the skills in knowing what to do. And if you haven't, that's definitely the lesson for you today. Learning what to do. I offer nervous system resets for my clients. And it has everything to do with emotional balance, okay, and stability. Because you need to create that stability for yourself so that you know what that stability feels like at all times. Like the scenario I gave you earlier, right? Being the queen, being able to remain emotionally aware without letting your emotions, without getting caught up in your emotions. With the Fool in reverse, you've done this before, you've been here before, you know what you're doing. This might be new, but it's not new in the sense that, like, you've been new before. You know what it feels like to enter a new chapter, right? So you're just entering a new chapter again, and you're going to have to repeat those steps or those stages of what a new chapter looks like. The learning period, the adjustment period, the advancement, what am I trying to say? When you learn, you become better, you become more knowledgeable. You become better and more adept at this new environment. And then certainly at some point you become a master. But you know that that's what's going to happen because you've already been through those stages before. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Oh, this one was not trying to. 8 of Pentacles. Spirit is letting you know that there's something you might be avoiding when it comes to, like, it feels like you're avoiding this new step. You might be avoiding because like I said, with this emotional closed offness, the 10 of Cups in reverse, you've kind of gotten used to being unhappy, or you're just used to being left out, or being not knowing where to go or what to do. Spirit is saying you now kind of know what to do, and so you don't have to avoid the work that comes along with it. You're on the right track. So when you're stepping into this new world, you're kind of being called to focus your attention on the thing that you're building without being distracted by distractions, the things that would have distracted you in your last chapter that you already know are not helping. You already know it's not helping. But there is something you need to focus on now that feels way more stable, way more not just financially stable, that too. But it's it's easier also. This is the 8 of Pentacles. This is giving this always gives me someone who loves their job, or at the very least is really good at their job and really dedicated to it. It's someone who is a farmer, and they've been farming their whole lives, and they know what they're doing, and they know how to do it well, and they're just focused. It's like a flow state. You kind of enter a flow state. Don't avoid that. Get lost in the work. Get lost in the day-to-day of what others might see, or what you might even see as monotonous. It's really just you getting in the flow of the work that you're being called to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a new chapter, right? It's a new way of being. And I think you might feel like you're missing out on your own energy if you do that, because of this the first cards being the 6 of Pentacles in reverse and the 4 of Cups. It's you're not really willing to give up this sense of safety that you built for yourself for the sake of opening up to let other people join you. But it feels like that's the flow state that you're needing to dedicate yourself to. Take it how it resonates. But I think that's it for you guys. That's a collective reading. This one is a quick one. I just wanted to come on really quickly and give a reading. Let me know how that's resonating in the link in the bio. Like I said, I have personal readings available if you want to schedule with me. The link is in my bio, or the link is in the description box. I'm sorry. I'm so used to being on TikTok, but it's in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being in this energy with me, listening to this reading. Once again, please take what resonates and leave what does not, and utilize your intuition. Okay? All right, y'all. That's it. I love you. Bye.